Our headlines for you today. Stock markets in Asia have plunged overnight on their first opening since President Trump's tariffs came into force. He says he stands by his policy.
I don't want anything to go down, but sometimes you have to take medicine to fix something.
Tonight at 6, President Trump threatens to double tariffs on China as share prices plunge around the world. Mr. Trump seemed unfazed by today's global turmoil on the markets as he met the LA Dodgers baseball team at the White House. Stock markets in Asia suffered their worst falls for many years, with more dramatic losses in Europe and the United States itself.
Here, the Prime Minister unveils more support for the UK's motor industry as the global downturn looms. He's relaxing some green rules, but sticking to a ban on the sale of new petrol and diesel cars by 2030.
The person that's lost everything is Genevieve. So much has to be done because it should never happen and it can't happen.
The parents of Genevieve Meehan, who was killed by a nursery worker, call for action after figures reveal there are 75 serious incidents reported per week in England's nurseries.
Good morning. Up to 60,000 more carers will now be able to claim financial support. Changes to carers' allowance mean people who work while caring for a loved one could earn more while still getting the payments. I have more details.
Scoring for England and being captain and all of those things and winning the Premier League with Blackburn. But I have to tell you, this place is very, very special and beats that.
And Alan Shearer warns that charities like his Centre for People with Disabilities are facing spiralling costs.
The King and Queen are travelling to Italy today for a state visit to celebrate the UK's ties with the European nation. Charles and Camilla will visit Rome and the city of Ravenna during their 4-day trip. The couple will also mark their 20th wedding anniversary during a state banquet in Rome. Scientists have found a way to remotely detect invasive Asian hornets near the beehives of native species. It's hoped the new technology, combining a microphone with an algorithm, could allow beekeepers to receive mobile phone alerts to warn of incoming invaders. Asian hornets can kill up to 50 honeybees every day, threatening a colony's survival. John Lithgow and Leslie Manville were among the big winners at last night's Olivier Awards, which celebrates the best of London theatre. They took home the accolades for Best Actor and Best Actress. Other winners included Dame Imelda Staunton for her performance in the musical Hello, Dolly, and Leighton Williams for his role as an iceberg in the musical parody Titanic.
Have a look at the papers that are starting the week, shall we? And we'll start with The Times today, which is reporting that news that the Prime Minister is set to announce a relaxation of environmental rules, supposedly making it cheaper and easier to own an electric car, as he warns that Donald Trump's tariffs are not just a phase.
The Telegraph is reporting that the Health Secretary, Wes Streeting, has backed the return of medical house calls. The paper says an army of health workers will be sent door to door in what it calls a radical scheme to tackle Britain's sickness crisis.
More tariffs on the Metro. Musk's Trump tariff revolt is the Metro headline. The paper claiming that Elon Musk is undermining Donald Trump's tariff order just days after the president unveiled his plan. The paper says the tech billionaire, who we know was so close to President Trump in the early days of this administration, 3 months ago, advised against that 20% tax on European imports and 10% on goods from the UK.
The Prime Minister says he'll relax the rules on electric car sales to try to help the industry as it feels the impact of US tariffs. Sewage discharges on the south coast of England have caused spikes in more than 100 chemicals in the sea, including illegal drugs like cocaine.
You have this family unit with this beautiful person in it, and then you have to then deal with, one, that she's not there, but also the horror of what happened to her.
The parents of baby Genevieve Meehan, who was killed at nursery, call for action after figures reveal there are 75 serious incidents reported per week in England's nurseries.
Scoring for England and being captain and all of those things and winning the Premier League with Blackburn. But I have to tell you, this place is very, very special and beats that.
Footballing legend Alan Shearer warns that charities like his Activity Centre for Disabled People are facing spiralling costs. And still to come, three-time Formula One world champion Sir Jackie Stewart has set his sights on the race to find a cure for dementia. His charity is funding the development of a new blood test, which could lead to earlier diagnosis.